just talked to the king. Uh, he told us we needed to head to Fishback with our group to do some more investigating. We met up with our group inside a bar tavern where one of our guys decided to pick a fight. Two of our guys almost died. We met somebody new, and then we decided to take a rest to recover from the fight. Uh, we still need to head back to the shopkeep to grab our water breathing potions, 5 of the 6, since the one of them was given to us free, and finish our preparations before we start heading out on our journey to the west towards Fishback. That's a quick recap of where we're at right now.
Thank you very much for the recap. To the best of your abilities. As our next recapper will be Craven. Tell the story for next week.
I got you.
Yeah, sorry guys, I really just woke up.
Well, you better wake up soon. We're gonna be smacking at you.
Yep.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to, because I'm after Craven.
Yeah, you're not a recap anymore. Yep. Yeah. Your last day is what? May 30th?
30th, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine, bro. Alright. As we find yourself upon the morning enjoying a breakfast in our inn, the Dragon Turtle Inn. As you guys begin to kind of enjoy the splendors, obviously remembering the pirate attack and remembering the greetings of Varthi, as he has a few days off, he sees fit to join your merry band for the time being. As you guys reassituate yourselves upon the quest of Red Axe, as he had mentioned you guys to go to Fishback to potentially help with the Jarl over there, and hopefully not creating a war, getting over whatever is conspiring happening. There was no reward or treasure given, of course, but the gratitude. As Red Axe had mentioned, if you find anything interesting, you could keep it yourself. Maybe the Jarl will be nice enough to give you something out of hand, but most of you were paid in full as you traveled from Neverwinter towards Gundren. As now you guys reside in the rather busy establishment of the inn, as people are waking up, ordering ale, breakfast galore, rather preparing themselves across the voyage to the trackless sea. But you will travel across the mountain areas of Gundril and see what awaits you.
Buffy's just sitting at a table, just stuffing his face with food, eggs, big slices of ham. Oh, you gotta try this. It's delicious.
Raven just looks at Brilla, who wants a raw sausage. Vathi, who's scoffing down a food like there's no tomorrow. And looks a little bit weirded out.
So, what are y'all doing? Yeah, Vathi's just chilling. He doesn't have much to do right now, so he's kind of bored. Doesn't know what to do with himself if he's not working.
I think
Well,
Val is having a drink.
I think we're actually gonna head up today, if I'm not mistaken.
Head out where?
Um,
You're heading towards Frizzback to meet the Jarl there, and as they had mentioned, that's where they had seen where the ship had sunk. As they had mentioned, something from the sky had collided within that region and sunk a ship.
Is that on the map here?
Yes.
Or is it?
It's literally on the same island as where you're at currently.
Oh, we're way up there. Okay.
Yeah.
I was looking at the bigger islands to the south. Okay.
Nah, you're a little baby island.
So we don't have. Are we going to sail there, or are we
No,
going
you're
to?
going to travel through the mountains, through the island to
Oh.
get there. It's 3 days. It's a 3 days hike. Depending if your character knows the land quite well, they might actually be interested in having you. Of course, if you don't, then it's just an adventure and some fun.
Yeah. Well, if you're looking for a guide, I'm probably not the right person. I spend most of my time at sea or along the shore here. But if you're looking for somebody to have an adventure with, now Vathi's your man. He thumps his chest loudly. I know me way around.
Same here, honestly. Being quiet, having a couple jobs here, so, gotta get the lay of the land before getting to know your person, at least.
Yep. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Techni starts stumbling in next to the group, acting like he had a long night with very little sleep or something like that. Hey, does anybody have a map of the land? I don't think any of us checked on that yet.
Nope.
Well, there's places that sell maps. You can go buy a map. I mean, it's the sea. It's all sorts of places that sell maps.
And I heard you as I was walking up, Vathi, so you don't really know the path on to Fiskback either, huh? All right.
Afraid not. Afraid not. But Vathi does know where we could get a map. Many maps. Down by the water, there's a harbor. There's a little shop that sells all sorts of maps for the sea. I'm sure they have one of the island.
what are we
Really?
waiting for then?
It's either we get a map or we take our motley crew and we just head west from here. What do you guys want to do?
I mean, the island's not that big, right? How hard can it be?
Whatever gets us more money.
Or is I'm assuming there's roads. I mean, right? There's a road.
There are trails, but no roads.
Okay.
It's an
Then
island.
we should probably
again,
try to-
guys,
It's 3 days journey
we did walk
towards
into
the
a
other
cave.
side of the island, so. And the islands are obviously full of monsters and creatures, pirates, and whatever not. It's, of course, could be a safe journey, or it could be a terrible journey, depending on the perspective of your crew.
Only a fool would attack this party. And kind of looks around. It's a bit of a motley crew, but
We are definitely a band of misfits, but happy to have you with us.
the motley misfits. Yep. All right.
uh, if nobody else has anything specific that they want to do or want to check on, I'd say one, we need to go ahead and grab the rest of those water breathing potions from Olgus the Hag.
Do you have the money? That's the
Um,
question.
Oh yeah. So we only need to get 5 since she gave me one of the 6 that we needed. I think she said
Question
it was
is, do you
50
need
gold
the water
each.
breathing potions at the moment?
Walking into a cave and nearly drowning to death. I kind of feel like I do.
Well, if you have the gold, it's 50 gold pieces a pop for a potion.
Whew,
Yeah.
it's expensive. Maybe we
We
should
don't have-
go on
we
a
don't-
little overland adventure and then go back to get water breathing potions.
Yeah. We
Plus, we might find some.
If it helps, I do not need one.
Yeah, me either.
He doesn't plan to go in the water to get his gunpowder all fucking fucked up.
Yeah, my gun is not going to be working.
You can always go into the water and I'll hold on to your guns for you there, Val. I have
Yeah,
no
by the
problem
time
with
you do that, it's going to be on your grave. I don't let anyone touch my guns.
All right. Other than the potions, which I do agree we can just hold off later on that, it might benefit us to get a map, but we're on an island, so if we head west, we'll head there eventually anyway. But I would prefer to know where I'm going. So I guess that would really, if you don't mind, Vathi, you've been here longer than us. If you know where to go and grab the map.
He quickly chugs the rest of his mead and shovels some more eggs. And says, "Come follow me down this way." And he grabs his rucksack and his gear, which is not much, but he just throws it over his shoulder, and he's up and ready to go. He's ready for an adventure. Yeah, Vathi's he's super psyched.
And I run behind Vathi as he gets out the door. Alright, so it looks like he and I are heading towards the shop to grab a map. Is anybody else coming with us, or are y'all gonna stay at the tavern and wait?
Raven's gonna follow.
Do you guys have tents, sleeping bags?
We should.
Yeah, Vathi has
I got a
bedrolls,
bedroll.
stuff like that.
I meant the rest of them.
I believe I do. Oh yeah, I have the basic stuff, bedrolls and things like that, so I'm good. Bedroll, explorer's pack, rope, mess kit. I got rations too if we needed that. Yeah, unless anybody can think of anything else, I think the map is really the only thing left that we might need.
Yeah, I'm looking. I should have had rations when I created my character, but maybe I didn't. I'm gonna
You should have.
Technically.
Depending on what pack you picked.
it should have been in there. I have the rest of the stuff from it. I just don't see them.
Yeah, it's just 10 rations. You can add that into your inventory if you want.
Yeah, because that's just the default thing. All right.
Alright. As you guys begin to set off in foot towards the final map, some of you guys decide to hang back, maybe enjoy your meal or coffee or whatever you see fit. And you come across a vendor named Olga. and she sells oddities, trinkets, maps, and galore at a fair price, of course. Greetings, Vordy! What brings you to my shop? Are you looking for any more cleavers for your set?
Oh no, Olga, I'm doing just fine, thank you. I got some friends here. We're going on a bit of adventure across the island. We need a map.
Oh, dangerous place to go. Pirates, I hear, and wild beasts. Well, I do have a sort of a maps, but not of this island exactly. I do know there's a few maps that I could potentially offer you for a fair price. Maybe a map that will help you get where you need to go. Where are you looking for to go, by chance?
Over to Frisback.
Ah, yes. I've been having some issues over there. I wouldn't dare go myself, honestly. But
Oh.
I think I have a map for you. It's only merely a map of people who have been, well, hiding treasure, as you can see. The map is, this isle is full of, well, history, of course. Pirates once resided this place long ago before even these two establishments even resided here. It was a great place hiding your booty, I suppose. This was centuries, of course. But these maps are still well used. Well copied over from the old maps, of course. Not vintage. As she kind of unrolls one, as it shows kind of like two locations of traveling either in the mountains or in the forest regions. Showing locations where treasure was once buried. But it doesn't kind of specify of what creatures or surroundings are, as it's all hand drawn. As you can see, the details of the mountains and the forests and stuff like that. As you
It's
can
general terrain. Yeah.
yeah, and you can see where a river stream would be at, but the map itself is dated. So this is a reprint of a map, like hand drawn and stuff, of course. As the map itself, the original map is a few centuries old, so it's hard to tell if this stream or this forest is even there anymore, or this mountain region is. But the trail seems to be still correlated to a path, as people do travel back and forth to bring goods and wares back and forth, or they take it by boat.
Okay, Miss Olga. How much for the map? If this
2 gold
is,
pieces should do it.
2 gold? Okay.
Olga. Hang on. 2 gold. What an outdated map. Now, what do you say? You give Vathi a good deal, and Vathi will make you his special rock crab soup when I get back. It's your favorite.
Well, that is the going rate around here, 2 gold for a hand-drawn map. That map took me a few weeks to make. To get maps like this around here. Besides, you might be able to fetch that map across wherever you are going to venture with your heroes. They don't look like they're, well, they seem to be foreigners, and might be able to fetch that map for quite double the price that I'm selling it for somewhere else. Where do you hail from, by chance, little one?
The forests in a much bigger land. I miss the trees. I miss the mountains. I'm just a.
So you're not from this
wee
side.
gnome.
You're from. You look like you're from the far west from here.
I've been around in that land, yes, but I've been traveling for quite a long time now, looking for something specific. But it brought me
Well,
here. That's why I'm here to help out.
Trust me, this map will sell quite a bit of money on the mainland than over here. I know Frothy loves to make his delicious food, but this time, money is scarce. I'm sorry, Frothy, but it must be 2 gold pieces.
What can I ask you then, Olga? Since you've drawn it yourself, which path would you recommend, the forest or the mountains?
Well, I don't really travel to Frisback, honestly. Not my cup of tea. I'm not a big fan of the Riol that runs that place. Rather ruthless individual. But from story sense, some say the route here across the trail is safest, but this was a few centuries ago. It could be riddled with animals by now. And the forest could be potentially a safer bet to see upon enemy vacancy, I suppose. But then I've heard stories of creatures that fly across the sky in the mountains. I'm not too sure which way would be more safe.
Vathi's not scared. He hints over the 2 gold. Thank you, Olga. I'll see you when I get back. Now have all sorts of tales.
I'm surprised you're leaving. You never leave the village. Why all of a sudden?
Well, there was a bit of an issue at the tavern, and well, the roof caved in. So they're going to be fixing it for a while. Now I don't have a job. Bit bored,
well,
you know.
That's a shame. We're losing a job. I've never seen you not work, honestly.
Vathi helped us out in the bar, so I wanted him to come along.
I didn't know
gives him
Frothy knew how
something
to fight. I thought he was just a cook, honestly.
I didn't do much fighting, more just shouting.
Well, a big, strong man like yourself should help these adventurers. Help that child out down there. Sorry, I know you're not a child, but you look like one, very much so.
I'm going to cook them lots of good food.
Techni looks over at Draco real quick. Hey, didn't you have some stuff that you might want to trade or sell? We might be on the road for a while. We should give that some thought before we head out.
I don't think I have anything necessarily that I want to sell, but I think I might need a bedroll.
If you need a bedroll, I do have some old ones for half price, of course. They're used, but they're well in condition and cleaned and resewn patches, of course, as she shows you a few of them. As they're obviously old and they're patched up, but they're much cheaper than full price.
I'll take one.
Alright, so it's just a gold piece instead.
And Craven, you were looking for something too the other day, if I remember right. We're at the harbor now.
He wants ammunition, probably. Which
If
is
I
gonna
remember
be
right,
pretty hefty.
it was something about a pearl.
No, that was Craven. Oh, you're talking about Craven. I'm getting Craven and like.
No, yeah, Val.
Val mixed up.
Oh,
He uses
didn't
bullet
sell
on his own
the,
terms, so he doesn't pay.
Pearls and stuff yet?
He almost made a deal last week, but it didn't happen as Craven got upset and he wanted to kill everybody and he walked away.
Yeah, that's why we ended up in a bar fight. Well, no, Craven didn't start the bar
It was
fight.
before that. Yep, yeah.
Right, I was gonna finish it. Let's I'll go straight.
Give me some credit. I was the one that started that fight.
How's your knee? Or no, I meant your chest.
Anyhow, are we ready to go?
If
Yep, I
nobody
think-
has
yeah.
any, if everybody's good, then yes, we can head out now and try to get some distance before nightfall. But one last question, based off of Olga. She's saying that the forest path might be safer, but it's something about a rumor of flying creatures.
In the hills, yeah.
Or we could take the mountain path, which my guess might be a little bit quicker but more dangerous. So
The mountain had the flying creatures, the mountain path. The forest path had other beasties. But yeah, it's up to you. So if you're more comfortable in a forest, I think that Vathi would support either. So if you get, I don't know if you get advantages to being in the woods or just like home territory, better survival checks, that sort of thing.
I'm a gnome and I'm a ranger, so yes, I would.
Yeah,
prefer,
so
I would prefer the woods.
I think
to be honest.
I think our scout should lead the way.
All right, guys. Oh, and Navathi, do you have night vision?
No, Fafi does not.
So that leave, I think that's just me and Draco still then.
Yep.
All right.
Would you like to pull from my bag of tricks
Ooh.
before we head out?
I probably would recommend
Wait.
not summoning in here.
Oh,
The entire party's with
I
us,
mean,
right?
before we head out,
Yeah.
travel.
I think by now everybody's together.
I thought we were split up somehow.
No, you're all together. Why would you split up? That's... Oh,
No,
you meant as in prior. Yeah, some people. I don't know if people were in the. I think a lot of people were together. I think.
You guys probably just staggered in a little late. It's fine.
As far as the bag of tricks, I'd say, especially being in front of all these people inside the city, probably don't pull it out yet and wait until we actually need it, or like say when we camp out for the first time, maybe that'd be a good time to pull something out of the bag of tricks. But for right now, not yet.
Since the summons last all day, I was thinking like when we're leaving town, we could possibly get something to ride on. That's what I'm thinking.
It's an island, so you could ride on it, but there are areas that you might have issues going down a hill, or up a hill, or likely. You can use it.
One of the options is giant goat.
It's random. You don't get to choose it, so you just throw it out and it becomes like a random Pokemon.
I like our odds, but yeah, I'll leave it up to the group.
As far as the bag of tricks, for me, it's yours. It's not mine. If you don't use it, I'll think of a time to use it. I don't.
Good news, we get 3 charges a day, so.
Three charges a day that refreshes?
Yeah, they refresh every day.
That's good to know. Yeah, that is good to know. Still, we are in a city to where there's pirates, and we did survive a pirate fight from the other day, so don't really want to pull that out yet.
I wouldn't say survive. They more so ran off. Or at least she did.
We almost lost our healer on the same day that she joined us, so I'd rather get away from the public before we do anything else.
Well, she also chose to save somebody else rather than herself, so.
Yeah.
My sad face in the corner, just like.
Don't look at me.
Alright, guys, so unless somebody disagrees, I'd say we go ahead and start heading out of the city west towards Fiskback, and we're taking the forest path.
And Vafi's just grinning. He's ready to go. It's an adventure. It's exciting.
Finally.
I get the feeling that Vathi, myself, and Craven are more or less going to be in the front of the party, whether we're together or spread out. I think it'd be better if Serena is somewhere in the middle to the back, and everybody else is pretty much a ranged fighter, right? Oh no, Brilla. Brilla's somewhere from the front to the middle, unless you want to stay in the back. Other than that, we're good, and unless somebody stops me, I start walking west. So to get us moving.
Get me out of this godforsaken city.
We're gonna be around a bunch of creatures, possibly Craven. So
More like a
don't
village,
you?
but yeah.
At least
Yeah,
I'll
the
keep
more
my
killing, the
AD
better.
on those. I'd rather have a forest on me than a village on me, so let's leave.
Alright. As you begin to travel across Gunderlin, taking the west, which path are you taking? The trail or the forest?
Forest.
The forest.
Alright, you head into the forest and the mountain regions, beginning to make your way, as Gundren was one of the westernmost islands of the Moonshire's Islands, situated where the sea turns savage. The sky seemed close enough to touch. Its rugged seas, worn and land shaped of harsh winters, ancestral oaths, deep of magic and of the natural world. Gunderlin is smaller than many of the other islands around Lisva, but a fierce, proud descendants from seafaring Northlanders who settled here centuries ago. As sometimes the climates can be cold and coastals and frequent mists, storms, and vibrant summer skies. Rocky hills of the fords, stony hills, and mossy glens. The winds whipped of the forest, as a culture of, obviously, warriors and sailors, ruined priests, fishermen folk, or fish folk itself, and weather callers. As you begin to travel, you can see the heartbeats of the island itself. The port city you leave on the cliffside, saying goodbye to the sea fortress, and beginning to see before you beyond that. It's a colorful homes eventually vacate in the distance, and the slat rooftops and the tides of singing beneath the piers, as the gully cries overhead, as now you are enveloped by the forest ahead. You find yourself on the map as you look at it closely, as these woods are called the Silver Pine Wilds. Rolling hills of sparse pine trees, shimmering silvers in moonlight. Sometimes rumors have been told of the dust and ancient meters that are covered in the soil. Strange herbs grow in the shadowed hollows, and some say spirits are said to whisper here. Fey creatures sometimes leave trails of glowing mushrooms. And this time, as you begin to travel for the first 30 minutes, you see a sparse of different kinds of vegetation and mushrooms and other rare herbs. If you'd like to spend some time, you're welcome to collect this. Or you can forfeit the herbs and look for a magical item. It is a 10% chance of success, of course. So you can roll a D100 and hopefully you get something out of it. Or you can roll a survivor check to find a magical herb, something that you could use across your travels. Craven gets a magical item.
Wow, nice, good job, Craven.
Nice.
I think he needed that from Tuesday's game. He's like, I need something.
Oh, nice.
Whoa, Draco.
100.
Bro, top you.
Oh,
My survival's not very good, so I'm gonna. Nope, not for me.
Nothing. Alright, as for our low rollers, Technique and Serena, you do not find any herbs, but you do find food of other sorts. As you eventually notice, both of you both can roll a d20. Serena, you find 12 blackberries, a bush in the distance, edible to collect. This Technique, you find 20 strawberries, wild strawberries, really small strawberries, as it's the size of maybe a fingertip. As they're fresh and ready to be picked.
I'd go ahead. Investigation check, I guess, and then I'll pick them.
You want to roll a nature check to see if they're poisonous?
Oh,
I'm assuming. Investigation won't help for that.
Yep.
You can tell they're not poisonous. But eating enough fiber might make you want to go to the washroom.
well, I don't eat them, but I do pick them for now.
What about you? Would you like to pick your blackberries? Serena?
Yeah, I'll take them.
Alright, you pick them up. As the rest of them are looking around, scassing around the vicinity of the place, We'll go towards Val. As Val, you do find a rare herb along your travels. So let me grab this book out here. As I'd like you to roll me a 2d8 to see what treasures you find across the woods.
Damn.
Alright, 10. I'd like you to roll me a nature check to see if you know what they are.
Yay, nature, my best attribute. A 9.
You have no idea. Anybody else that did falter on the check of finding herbs can roll a nature check. So Techni or Serena can help and aid in the situation.
Oh, horrible.
A 10 is all you need for the DC. For the people who rolled a D100 for a magical item, don't bother rolling.
I rolled 12.
Okie dokie.
Alright, as Techni, I'm going to send you a message in Discord. This is the item you found. And you can tell him what it is all about in roleplay if you see fit. That's the name of the herb, where its locations are, if it's prepared or not prepared, and you can roleplay it as you see fit.
And would this be a nature check to see if I know what this is?
You already made the nature check, so you do know what it is.
Oh, okay, all right. Got no reason to hide this. Hey guys, look what I found. This is called a Fiend's Gate Wisteria. It's a stunning variety of wisteria with a distinctive yellow streak on their petals that pulsates faintly with a calming glow. It is believed that these wisteria only grow in areas that were once the site of some holy event, such as a religious ritual or the death of a blessed figure. Let's see. Either way, the presence of this wisteria is known to deter fiends, with only the strongest willed among them able to cross over a line of its petals. Based on what I know, guys, as part of your movement, you may scatter wisteria petals at your feet as you walk. A bag of these petals can make a line of up to 30 feet in length. If a creature with the fiend creature type attempts to cross over a line of petals, they must make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. On a failure, their speed is reduced to 0 for the rest of their turn. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pick these and hold on to them.
You can't pick them. That is Val's.
Oh,
Depending if Val wants to let
Yeah.
you take them, he wanted to know what they were.
No, brother, I'm not gonna eat these.
I'm not gonna eat these.
You know what? He'll actually reach out. He's like, "You wanna?"
so Val actually picks them up, or he doesn't touch them at all?
No, Val will pick him up.
All right.
Yeah, I'll take them.
You pick up a petal, basically, it's like a flower that you can remove the petals off.
Oh, rip. Okay.
Yeah.
What would you eat a flower?
I don't know. Some people like flowers.
I'll rip a petal off and hand it to Brilla, see if they want to eat it.
All right. Not meat.
Not me.
All right. I'll go ahead and take as much as I can.
There's only enough to make the one use of it, and that's it.
One use. All right.
Yeah, it's usually because it's a rare herb, or it can sell for some money too. So if you ever use some of the herbs that you find, you can sell them as well. I think there's one herb in the book that sells for 1,000 gold pieces, but it's really good to use.
Yeah.
Isn't that the one that can actually revive people? No.
I don't know, but I know
For sure.
everybody likes the blue apple. The blue apple gives you haste.
Yeah. Gives you haste without the downfall.
Yeah, rare
It
herbs.
sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's like almost reminds me of like Minecraft.
Right.
Alright.
Finders
Is
keepers.
it?
Fine.
Alright. As our Craven can roll another D100 to see what magical item he obtains. Hopefully gets another high number. As Draco can also roll a D100 to see what magical item he gets from the table.
Come on, roll another 100.
91, that's a good one.
Wow, great rolls.
Ooh,
Rolled
so
really high.
close.
Alright, with the 91, you get a spell scroll you find across your ventures. You can
Hell
choose
yeah.
what level you can choose what the spell scroll is. Is it's a tube maybe dug into the ground or left in a tree stump, or even potentially, likely buried somewhere. As the spell scroll is a second level, so you can choose whatever second level spell slot you want as you find it.
Oh, that's pretty
I'm
cool.
looking.
As
Don't you?
and you got some new spells, so you get the kind of look at them. As Draco,
Yep.
you come across what looks like a huge, rather kind of trapped in what looks like, I would say it's trapped in a log. As you begin to move your hand, skimming it around, as you pop it out, it's a bag. Within the bag, you see rather a glass with a stopper on it, revealing a potion of greater healing.
Oh, that's nice.
Ooh. How much is greater healing again?
44 plus 4.
Very nice indeed.
44.
As I have new, there we go. That's what it looks like.
I'm having the same issue with the compendium. When I go to it, it says that the GM doesn't allow compendiums. So I can't add anything.
GM doesn't allow. That's shouldn't be like that. Everybody has access to it. You have to make sure
It's locked with.
You have to make sure that if you're using a 2024 sheet, you have to use 2024 stuff. So if it doesn't say 2024 on it, it won't let you add it to your sheet.
Yeah. I have the same error. The game is blocked compendiums. Talk to your GM about request change.
That
Yeah,
doesn't-
that's
that
what it
does-
says.
That's weird. I shouldn't have. Doesn't he specify? Alright, well.
I mean, I don't need it right now. I'm fine. So.
Well, you use D&D Beyond, so it's different.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, it's not that. Every time I try to add it, character sheet. Yes.
Sorry, you're cutting in and out. I can just double check. Let me see something here. All right, so I have allowed. I have the thing allowed characters to create their own sheets and transfers. So I don't know. I don't know why it's not letting you do what you want to do. Yeah, everything is allowed.
The character sheet just doesn't open when you try to.
Yeah, that's a bug. That's just something to deal with.
But
All right. Anyways, we'll continue onwards. It's not a big deal. We'll just fix it later. All right. As you guys begin to make your track a little bit further into wild. I'd like everybody to roll me a perception check.
Since we left the woods,
Mhm.
I'd like to. I mean, since we left the city and we're in the woods now, I'd like to offer my bag of tricks to anybody that wants to use it.
It will be under your control. Well, anybody's control if they grab it. My apologies. It's not attunement. So anybody can, if
Yeah.
you allow them, they'll be able to control that monster.
Mhm.
Whatever it is. But out of sake, for the future, don't overutilize it that much because you might actually need it when you need it as well. But that's up to you, of course.
Understood. Okay.
Because I know a lot of people have spent the beta tricks and then they're like, crap, could I use this for a situation?
Then you know what? I'm just gonna take one, hold it for myself.
Alright, you got a 1. What's the 1 give you?
Let me check. A rat.
Alright, a rat spawns out, a small rat, as it squeaks at you. As I'm assuming Voldy doesn't really like those. Being in the kitchen.
I prop
little
it right
chef.
up on my shoulder.
Yeah, it squeaks up to you. As it's a white rat with red eyes. Albino.
I once heard a tale of a rat who was a chef.
Maybe my little rat can help me in the kitchen, Voldy.
Ratatouille? No, not anyway. All right.
Oh no, I caught the reference. I caught the reference.
But I also did hear a rat ruined a chef's career, so that's also a thing.
By any chance, is anybody able to speak with animals?
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I can't either. Okay. That would be useful on our little trip.
All you hear is
Oh,
squeaking
well.
and chittering.
I'm going to look at the little rat and just take a chance.
It's not little,
Hey.
actually. To you, when you pick it up, it's like picking up a cat.
I look the rat straight in the eyes, like, hey, if you can understand me, keep an eye out for anything as we're traveling today. We're trusting you to help us
listen
out.
to you, as you're not the one who summoned it.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
It looks at Draco and coils its tail around his neck.
Okay, Draco, it wants to be with you.
As you guys continue onwards with your travel towards the Silver Pine Wilds, as you begin to see across your perception checks, you notice there had been no tracks being left here in quite some time. You see animal tracks instead, but no human traffics of people moving carts or any ideal. As in the forests and mountains, it's kind of hard to bring a wagon of some sorts through these rocky terrains. As our lowest roll, that rolls the perception, kind of stumbles on a rock, almost colliding with the tree as Volley almost like lose balance for a moment.
Oh, damn it! Stub my toe.
It's all right, big fella. You'll get back into the groove in not too long from now.
As with a close-up high perception of 21, you do notice, or 20, you notice there are some rather strange creatures around these woods. You've never seen the likeness of another one. Some have heard rumors of druids, and some heard of magical innate creatures that were born through a spell, either by the Waken spell or merely by animating these objects alive. As from your perspective, you see rather moving shrubberies, trees, bushes, flowers, and all sorts, as they're moving across the woods itself, not following you, but watching you.
Hey
You said
guys.
just creatures are?
They look like plants that begin to move.
Plants.
I look back at my team and I say, hey, if you guys haven't noticed, the forest is walking with us, so to speak. So try to keep an eye out. They don't seem dangerous yet.
So
And,
I've seen.
The forest is walking with us. Is that like a cute little ranger thing?
No, he means it wow, my accent. No, he means it literally. The
Yeah,
plants
they're
he seems to
literally
have made.
walking with us right now. They, like,
They show signs of sentience, is what he's saying.
yes,
And they seem to be
yes.
watching us.
But it seems like it's more out of curiosity and caution. So they're not a threat to us yet, and it's daylight out, so we can at least see them coming. I'm more worried about nighttime, but not yet.
Spirits.
I'm having too much bad luck with spirits and chests, so like, yeah. I am not opening the next chest. So wait, let's get that out of the way, team. I am not touching the next chest. I refuse it. Techni feels comfortable enough to reach into his vest and pull out a pipe. He lights the pipe as he's walking, and just keep going.
As that's all you see across your travels. You eventually come across a stream of water residing across only a foot deep of water as it flows through a few pebbles and rocks. As you can see, this once was a larger stream years ago, but now it's dwindled to such a small thing. Not even fish reside in it. So you walk across it, some of you splash through it as you begin to traverse this kind of climate. The mountains itself has kind of, as you begin to climb and move across the surfaces of this place, you can tell the climate is getting quite hotter in certain regions and more cooler in others. As you can tell, for some of you might get some mild headaches as merely just due to the temperature or merely the altitude of where you're traveling. But as the air is fresh here, as you can see, different creatures of wildlife residing here. As you see, no monkeys reside here on this isle, but you see beautiful birds and rather strange creatures that dig tunnels into the dirt. After a long travel, and countless, a few breaks in between, as you traveled majority of the day, as the sun eventually dwindles down in the distance. No monsters seem to convey with you, no tracks of human remains, or even potentially any treasure. As you look at the map, there are a couple cross spots that you travel. Before you head towards a campsite in the woods, you do come across one of the track of a cross mark where pirate treasure once resided about let's say about 300 years ago. As you notice it cross-mapped on the map, it's about 20 minutes away from your region of existence. Of course, you can track and continue onwards, or you can check out this treasure landing area and see maybe if there is treasure still left there, or likely vacant and empty and there's nothing worthwhile.
Wait, who is holding the map?
I'm assuming you, since you're the one who purchased it, or depending if Wally purchased it, then he would be wielding it.
I would have given it to the scout, whoever's leading the party.
Okay. All right. So, as assuming I noticed this or just refreshed my memory on that for the map. I'm gonna stop, turn around, and look at the whole team. Tell them the same thing. Either we get ready to set up camp, or if y'all wanted to take a chance for funds and curiosity, there is this mark of where a treasure might be from centuries ago. What do you guys want to do?
How much
Draco
daylight
was-
do we have left?
Good question. Would that be more of a nature check or a perception check? If
for
we had to
what?
do a check.
Daylight.
Yeah, daytime.
Oh, the day you can tell just by the sun's dwindling. Everybody can see the light kind of dwindling away as the orange hues and the purple glow begin to arise from the distance. The sun. You probably have an hour before sunset. So you can
Okay,
tell the temperature is slowly decreasing as it's getting a little cooler.
All right. It is pretty much dusk, so like I said, guys, it's either get ready to set up camp for the night or do some
Treasure?
curious treasure.
Treasure?
Draco votes treasure, but he can see in the dark. So
And so, oh yeah, only the two of us can see in the dark. We don't know if this treasure is for sure there or its exact location. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and set up camp then. And then we can decide again on the treasure in the morning when everybody can see.
Yeah, Vathi
Mm.
breaks out his cooking supplies. If you have anything ingredient wise that you want to add, he can make something for you.
We're in the middle of a forest where we all rummaged for random stuff at one point.
Throw in the rat.
Oh.
he's a summoned creature. He offers no nutritional value.
I have prestidigitation. I differ in your opinion. Especially since the rat turned away from me when I asked it for help. No, well, since Valthi wants to get started on some cooking, I let him choose the spot where he feels more comfortable as far as efficiency for him to do what he needs to do. Would we be close to a water source?
You did pass one about 30 minutes back.
Vathi, do you want to head back towards the stream, or do you want to stay where we're at?
I think we should have enough water, but I'd rather find a defensible location, like against a hillside or something like that, so that we, aren't surrounded by these spirits in these woods. They're creeping out, Vathi.
Okay, so Vathi wants a clearing. I'm cool either way, but I would also be fine with climbing up into the trees.
Yeah,
to
Vathi
find
ain't going
a
in no
hiding
tree.
spot.
He's
Alright.
like almost 7 feet tall. He's not gonna hide.
I really don't want to see what a 7 foot tall giant looks like when they get scared by spirits. So, yeah, I let Vathi pick the spot where he feels more comfortable. I keep a lookout. I'm assuming everybody is still with us, just waiting to settle down.
So you guys
Yep.
want to go for a campsite then?
I would say campsite. Yeah, it would be the safer route, especially with half our team being brand new to the team.
I mean, we have torches. Are we really afraid of the dark?
Booga booga booga.
That's
Draco,
them. They're afraid of
Really?
the dark.
Draco, we've almost died like 5 times in the last 2 weeks. You and I have become personal friends with a hag. Let's take a break.
That's fair.
Oh, and she made dolls of us, man. We're out in the open.
Gosh. You remember what she did to your face?
At least she's not poking me from a distance with some magical force. So, you know, she likes me enough, but I think she's a little disappointed you didn't come to see her last time.
Right. I'll go pick up the potions. We space it out, make it fair.
All right, so you guys want to go to a campsite then?
Yeah, I think we should.
Yes.
Do
Yes. Campsite and
then again, what if the treasure's only findable in the dark, under the moonlight?
Yeah.
Fatih scratches his chin, just wondering about the old tales that he's heard.
Just carry your name full HP. Living on the lifeline.
I am.
Well, you had
said
a
we
long
make a group
rest, so you
vote.
should have
Yeah,
gotten
no,
some.
he just hasn't.
Oh yeah.
As you guys take some
Well-
time to set up camp, everybody kind of pitches in where they can. Either I couldn't find a map, which is bedroll, so we just have some pretend
That's
tents
fine.
in the background. But ideally, you do get a fire started. As you can see, there's forests around you. You're kind of on against the cliffside on a ridge. As you can see, basically, just trees around you. So you can see the beautiful stars in the sky.
Okay. So, as far as timelines, is it like still at dusk? Is it now
It's
dark?
about 8 o'clock at night.
So it's pretty much light out outside.
You hear
only
like
because of the-
birds and crickets and frogs and different kinds of creatures in the night.
Alright. I am gonna go over here, as if I'm like within trees and bush.
Oh, he loves trees and bush, I know.
So right now, assume that we've set up camp and everybody's more or less eaten. I'm just chilling,
Ooh,
keeping an eye
What's
on
Frothy
everybody.
making? Are you making food, Frothy, for everybody?
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna put
yeah.
some-
He if you give him the berries, Vathi has enough, just enough to make a pie. It would be small pie, but he can make a pie. And then otherwise, yeah, he's whipping up, taking some rations and making them a bit more delicious, adding some fresh herbs and things like that he has in his rucksack. He always has general cooking supplies. Not a meat pie. We don't have any fresh meat. But if we go hunting on tomorrow, and you get, some sort of small game, like a rabbit or something, Vathi could definitely make something like a stew.
Alright. As Frothy begins to make whatever he can concoct, you can detail it out for us as you make it. As I'd like everybody to pick a watch order. As we're going to have, since we have all our players here, there will be 4 watches. Every watch is 2 hours. You can pair with people, or you can solo out. But this is a great opportunity to introduce your character with people and have role play, as this is where the game excels, of course. As you guys can choose partners and pairs. Maybe some people you rather want to get to know, or people maybe you don't want to get to know. Who will be on first watch, second watch, third watch, and fourth watch? If you are trancers, you do need 4 hours of trance. So be wary of your trance cycle.
can either take the first half or the last half.
I'll take a watch, whatever you guys want to put me in.
Draco's willing to take first watch.
I think Raven
I'll
will
take last.
do.
Oh, okay, cool. So I gotta write this down. Draco, first watch. I think I heard Val say he'll take last watch.
Yes.
All right.
I'll take second.
Second for Serena. And you guys don't have to do this solo. You can do this as a team. Oh, Craven, did you want to do last watch or first watch?
Let me do
Which-
the latter half. Let me do 3 and 4.
Excuse me.
Because I only need 4 hours.
Vathi is cooking, so assume he's gonna be awake for the first and second half regardless. Unless Vathi wants something else.
Vathi will take whatever. It doesn't matter what. If you need him to take watch, I mean, there's enough of us. But if you want Vathi to take a watch, he can.
No problem. And so does that? Oh, Brilla. Third watch. All right. And then that will leave me. But you know what? I'll take third watch with Brilla. Vathi and Serena for second watch. Everybody's gonna more or less be up for the first watch, but some of us relax more than Draco, which leaves our two bloodthirsty guys for the last watch, Craven and Val.
Sounds good.
Is everybody good with that?
Yep.
Why not? What's the worst that's gonna happen? The woods come alive and eat us? Whatever.
Somebody's gonna die.
Who
Okay.
killed? It was the butler.
All right. Oh wait, Brilla, do you still have I think you had like a shield that can do a light source or something like that? Got it. All right. Well, it looks like the nighttime hours are set as far as who's keeping an eye on what. Regardless, I want you guys to be as comfortable as possible. So if you're gonna sleep, sleep. If you're gonna stay up, stay up. How would one put it? The night is yours. I just chill in my little spot under a tree and I start relaxing with my pipe.
Well, our Overlord said he'll be right back, so
Oh, he did say that, yeah.
Well, time to create PvP. Let's all die before he gets back, and then he'll figure out what the hell happened. It's like, yeah, everyone died. TPK.
I heard it. Vanished. Alright. Who's on the first two watches? I'd like you guys to roll perception checks and tell me what you're doing for your night of watch. Obviously, Wathi is obviously cooking. Who's pairing with you, Vothi?
Okay, so Techni talking with everybody. Draco's first watch, Serena is second watch. Vathi will join Serena on second watch. Brilla and myself third watch, and then Craven Val on last watch.
So we're starting with second or going straight to this? Or starting with the first or going straight to the second watch?
We're doing
Red.
First watch would be ideal, depending if you guys are you pairing with anybody?
Well, with it being the first watch, besides anybody that chooses to go to sleep, it's kind of a given that more than one person would be up, or at least that's what I said.
So how we do watches is either you're doing it in pairs or you're doing it solo. Not everybody needs to take a watch. Some people could just sleep all the way through if they wanted to.
So we'll just say that Brilla solo.
So that I guess that means that Draco is doing his watch solo. Then.
All right, Barilla, what do you do as you're doing it solo? As obviously, Volley, you're cooking something on the pot. Do you tell Barilla to watch the pot, or is the food already done?
Oh, the food should be done by now.
What
I
did
mean,
you
by the
make?
time people are. Oh, Bothy made. So, did anybody give their berries to Bothy, or is this, you know, if not, it's a vegetable stew with some spices.
If Vothi asked me about the strawberries, yeah, I would have given it to him.
All right, and he made a strawberry tart.
Oh, you made Brilla by herself. She's gonna eat everything.
But no meat tonight. We didn't have. We have to get some fresh game.
All right, Brilla, what do you do on your solo watch adventures? Everybody's obviously in a bedroll. They can obviously, you guys, I did put bedrolls on the map. You can put yourself on the bedroll if you're sleeping on a bedroll, or you can sleep on the ground if you like. What do you do, Brilla, on your watch solo, as everybody else is seeing fit to sleep in their own bed, residing?
She would be circling the camp. She'd be circling the camp, looking at her wound. A couple days since the shark bit her.
Okay.
Healed? Gone completely. She's picking at it.
See, Val's probably sleeping with his gun. Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah. He holds it like his arms crossed.
Yeah, I'd be circling the camp on my watches.
All right. Is that all you do for 2 hours? Anything else? All right. As you're more into
Weapons.
Okay. You circle around the camp. You kind of scratch at your bite. It hurts like a bruise, or it feels like an open wound that doesn't seem like it ever healed properly, even with bandages. As you begin to encircle around the vicinity, roll me a perception check.
What's up, and it's frozen. Oh, the hear me?
Nope.
Well, a little bit.
It sounds a little bit better. Oh, still broken up though.
All right. It's still need a perception check. Yeah, you're lagging. Your sheet's not coming up. You might have to refresh the page. There we go. As a 13 perception goes out as you begin to look around, nothing seems to attack you or bite. The noises in the distance maybe kind of keep you on guard, but nothing seems to jump at you. As after your 2-hour watch concludes, you can wake up the next person for their second watch.
Who is the next person?
Vathi. And who else was with Vathi?
Twas me.
All right.
Spurla, how do you want to wake up Serena and Vathi?
I face really close to them. Vathi. Like, biting. Not biting. Pick him up.
Vathi wakes up immediately, as if he's a very light sleeper,
Frothing
even though
with
he
a
was
mouth
snoring.
That's so fucked up. As Vathi, you wake up, kind of startled, as Brilla just kind of walks off. As Serena's still currently sleeping, you can obviously wake her up as you see fit.
Oh yeah, he walk over to Serena and give her a light kick on the leg. Hey, watch.
Oh, did I sleep in? I'm so sorry. Let me. I'll get up right
Yes,
away.
you did. Now get up. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. You're fine.
You see her about ready to like burst into tears. Like she looks so upset.
No.
Come on now. Come on. Vathi will spend his first little bit of the watch cleaning up the pot, getting some sand, scrubbing the dregs out, and then putting the rest of it away. And then he'll reach into his bag, pull out a flask, take a little swig, and then put it back. Little nightcap. And then he will also keep an eye out, patrolling the camp, trying to stay at the edge of the firelight so that he doesn't lose all of his what night vision he does have.
Serena will just be sitting by the fire, doing some cross stitching and just trying to like keep an eye out and not get too caught up in what she's doing, but she's just kind of doing it to keep her hands busy.
We're the worst two people to be watching.
You're like opposites from each other. Alright, well, if you don't have any, ideal of interests, you guys just can skip that and roll perception checks.
All right.
Ew, what the fuck is that? It's like raw meat in a Pop-Tart? Ew.
Yeah. It's just a little snack.
Schneck. As Serena, you're not paying attention. You're enjoying her cross-stitching as Volley is more attentive, using his ears, his scent, and his best of ability of his eyesight that can't see through pitch darkness. As after 2 hours, whatever cross-stitching you've done, either you maybe half completed it or completed it, not too sure. As Volley, you see fit, kind of yawning, tired, scratching your eyes, as you begin to dart around to see who to wake up next.
It's Val and Techni, or no, who else?
It would be me. I'm taking a watch by myself.
Oh, I wonder how you're gonna
Okay.
wake up Val. He's
Oh,
gonna
well.
fucking shoot a gun in your face.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right. So
Raven
I-
starts to naturally wake up. He has his 4
Yeah,
hours.
yeah. All right, so I guess it would be myself and Craven then.
All right, I'll go wake up Techni, and I'll be like, "Little one, time to get up." And then he's gonna immediately go fall asleep.
All right. All right. So first thing I do is I'll go ahead and see what there is to eat, get something to eat. I take a look over at Craven, assuming Craven's getting up at his own pace.
Yeah, you just see him at Grim and starts to take out his spell book.
See, when I see him just go straight to his book, I'll start off by walking around camp, seeing if I notice anything specific with my team, but keeping an eye out on the woods themselves.
You're just like to move around a lot, don't you?
Man, I have not been around this much green in weeks. I am having a great time. Just sit back, close your eyes, maybe light a pipe, just enjoy the fresh air. I'm good.
Well, nature can be overrated at times. Well, I guess for me anyhow, after walking for so long, if seeing green, I just become a bit of an eyesore. Not for you though, it looks like.
I tell you the truth, man. I've been traveling around for 2 years now, so it's nice to be with a group of people and have something to do to take my mind off of other stuff. But yeah, it's great to have dirt under my feet instead of water. So yeah, I'm good.
He's not really like looking at you. You see him writing in his spell book, really just face in it, but he's still engaging just enough conversation with you to keep the night somewhat lively.
All right.
Well, like I guess if it gives you something to do, then good on you, I guess.
It's no problem. We've all known each other anywhere from a day to maybe two weeks at best. I don't expect any of us to get comfortable and start, giving out secrets or anything like that. Then again, only one of us just happened to, steal their way into everybody else's lives. But things like that happen sometimes. Stowaways and things like that. But I won't pry into your past. Hopefully you feel comfortable enough to talk to one of us eventually. But you get some rest. I'll keep an eye on the camp, or it looks like you're trying to study up on a spell or something. I'll leave you alone if you want me to.
I'm just preparing my spells for the day. It's not like I'm keeping secrets or anything. Nobody asks me questions, so I don't answer. I don't hide secrets. They're not worth my trouble.
I agree with that, but there's some things that some people prefer to keep to themselves. Like you did just randomly show up on our ship one day. Of course, people are gonna have questions, but I'm not gonna pry.
I just overheard that you all were doing a little pesky pest control sort of situation, and I was bored from walking around the world for literally a decade, which isn't much time for me, anyways. So I decided, why not? Snuck into the boat in the middle of the night while a lot of them were asleep and just hid.
All right. I could tell right away that you had some kind of fighting background. Me too, but see those reactions right there. That's why I like having you around. You keep things interesting, but I'm trying to be the role model for our team. I think I'm unless you're older than me, I think I'm the oldest one in our group.
He kinda
got me beat.
he puts his pen down and closes the book. It seems like he's finished with whatever he's doing. Cocks his head towards you. Well, if you really must know, oh, I know I'm more than 3 centuries old. I'm pretty sure I'm around 100 and not 100, 317. I think that's how long I've been alive.
I'm a little surprised. So when nobody else is around, I'm gonna call you Grandpa just because it makes me laugh.
I will rip out your throat.
Oh, gotta keep it a little quiet. We are out in the woods at nighttime. All right. Still, been a long time since I've met somebody older than me. That much older than me. You definitely don't look it. I'll give you that.
Thanks to my lineage, I guess you can say. Kind of gets up at that, stretches. You can see Grim, he does the little downward dog stretch as well. I don't know where you want to take watch, but I'll take the opposite.
I was really just gonna do some circles around the fire, keep an eye on everybody. I mean, I can see past the darkness, and you like to do things up front and personal if we get into a fight, so I wasn't too worried about that either.
All right, well, I guess I'll take this-ish side.
Yeah.
And I'll send Grim over here. And Grim just kind of walks back towards a tree and just starts to lean against it.
I walk more towards Brilla's side to get away from Vothi's snoring, because probably getting a little loud. Do I notice anything when I walk past Brilla?
Do you? Brilla? Do you? I don't know.
Or Val, for that matter.
You see, well, he has the pistol in his holster. He's cross-armed. Cross-armed with his rifle on him. His hat is covering his face.
How is he holding the rifle?
Like if he's bear hugging it.
I get as close as possible as I can to Val, because I want to touch the rifle. I bend down, I scooch up, and I just reach out one of my hands towards the rifle as slowly as I can.
Craven definitely sees this, but is not going to say anything because he wants to see his actions have consequences.
I'll roll for perception, see if I can. Oh my god. Well, it'd be a disadvantage, so 16. Because, you know. Let's see. Would it? I don't know.
Make a little stealth
Wouldn't-
check.
No, I wouldn't say you would. Why would you have disadvantage? You're on high alert. You're a fucking gunslinger.
Okay. Wait, do I have alert? No, I don't.
Well, I don't even know if you're sleeping since you said your eyes are covered, right?
Yeah.
I will do a sleight of hand check. Oh, I got a 13.
I think if
Oh.
you get close enough, you start getting that confidence. It's like he's not moving at all. But the moment you start reaching closer to his rifle, you feel like the click of a pistol on the side of your head.
Oh,
He doesn't.
oh.
His hat unfazed, nothing. He just has that hand straight to your side of the head.
Oh, hey! I was just curious.
Wakening you
No
up for
need
your
for
what?
all that.
You got some steel on your head.
I'm just making sure you're okay and your gun was okay. That's all. I swear.
It better be my time to keep watch. If I take my hat down, I might pull the trigger by mistake.
And I walk over here. I don't even say anything. I just walk over here.
He uncocks the hammer back in his holster.
Uh,
It's like that scene where it's just like all of a sudden the gun comes pans into the screen.
I heard you like iron in your head. Let me show you.
Well, everybody loves iron in their breakfast because you know it makes it stronger. I don't know about a lead bullet though.
Alright, I haven't checked on Draco yet. Before I check on Draco and his rat, I guess I'll do a perception check out into the woods itself. Do I see anything?
Oh, let me get my perception. Hold on. Oh my god, look at that.
Okay.
Oh, you're high alert. Mm-hmm. There's nothing seems to jump out at you for sure. Who's Grim?
It's my fox.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't even notice it. It's on the map. It's so cute. Great. Hi.
All right. While I do my perception, I look over in Craven's direction and Fox's direction. It looks like we're good. Now I want to mess with the rat. I look for the rat. I'm gonna poke at the rat just because it denied me earlier
The
in the
rat's
night.
gonna bite you.
Ah!
It rejected me, therefore I must take revenge.
See if it actually hits
I must
you.
avenge
Let's
my
see.
feelings.
Yeah, bite. 15 to hit.
All right. 15 does not hit.
All right, you quickly almost lose your finger as it almost bites your finger off. So it coils back into Draco's lap.
All right. Well, since I'm there, I'll take a quick look at Draco. Do I see anything with Draco, or is Draco good?
He looks fine.
Draco's a deep sleeper. He's knocked out.
All right. Assuming Craven's just gonna chill over there in the woods out of sight, I'll just keep going around. Coming up on some heavy snoring again. I stop and take a look at him. I see anything with Vothi?
Nah, he's peaceful. You know, that he's snoring. Sometimes his hand reaches up and he absentmindedly scratches himself. You know, whatever.
I get the feeling that Vothi scratches himself in a way that he forgets he's in a group. But okay.
Hey man, when you itch. What you gonna do?
Alright. Last time I talked to Serena, she was behind a door and trying to avoid conversation. So I'll keep my distance. I'll look in her way. Do I see anything towards Serena?
Besides sleeping, I don't know.
Yeah, but besides sleeping. What is that? Is that a? Am I standing next to a creature?
Oh yeah, sorry, it's a rat. I dragged a rat off.
Oh, that's the rat. Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
put a picture in the Discord. That's what they look like.
Oh, okay. I think by now I've checked on everybody at least once. So, like Craven, I'll just head back into a covered area, and I'll keep an eye out on the forest. And whenever it's time to wake up Val, I'll wake up Val for the end of the watch.
All right. As Val, you get. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'd probably actually stop Techne from waking him up.
Oh, okay.
You.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, you're gonna get your head
You-
blown off.
Probably should not. After
Oh, yeah,
seeing
good.
what he did to you.
Good point. So I'll just I'll head back to my spot, and then I'll knock out when I think it's time for Val and me to switch out.
Uh-huh. And then Craven will go and wake Val up.
Is my time ready? All right.
Sure is. I figured you'd rather me than my little gnomish friend there try to wake you up, seeing what you nearly did to him last time. I figured that would help him be more alive and useful.
Well, it doesn't really matter who wakes me up, it's how they wake me up. I don't think anyone wants to be woken up with a gun being taken away from them.
That's completely fair. I would have done the same if somebody tried to, do something towards me in the middle of the night. They'd probably meet them with a knife against the throat.
Or a
Thankfully,
gun
though-
against the head.
Thankfully, that hasn't happened to me just yet, so at least not from anybody here in this group.
Yeah. I think Val will wait, and he will actually try to stalk Hackney to see like his movements, whether or not he's actually like falling asleep or not later on in the watch. But while he's waiting for that, he is mainly going to pull out his Tinker Tools because he wasted it, so he has to have used materials. So he is going to expend 3 gold pieces worth to make a lead bullet.
It's getting a little file, kind of going across it, making it nice and sharp.
Oh,
Now, I don't
this cost me my own. What?
I don't understand how you like these weapons. They're terribly loud.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here's the secret to what I do. It's mainly a calling card from my side. You know, if you kill someone and you disembowel them, that's what you'd give someone who disembowels bodies. Their preferred method of killing, you know. My preferred method of killing is letting everyone know someone died in the vicinity.
You know, usually, when I fight, there were some signs. Well, I haven't seen anything here that really put me in that sort of mindset of fighting just yet, but I'm sure as we adventure down, you would hear actually what I'm talking about. It's not quite as loud as your rifle, or pistol for that matter, but you'll definitely be able to hear throughout a fight.
Well, I'm more of a mercenary for hire. I'm mainly just, you know, get paid, kill, that's it. Find another job. But, you know, odd jobs and others. I just decided to go into this island, figure out who I was going to, you know, get. And it seems like they gave me a slip, so, you know, I'm currently hunting one person down.
It seems awfully fun.
I'll find him eventually. Get the pay that I deserve. And be another nomad and just eventually find my way to another job. So to say. And speaking of payback,
I am going to try to stealth on Techni.
Techni, I'm assuming you're sleeping by now, since you have to finish the rest of your sleep.
Yeah. Yes, I'm asleep.
Raven says absolutely nothing, but
Alright, roll me a stealth
definitely
check.
watches.
Roll and technique, roll me a perception check.
Come on, stealth. Fuck, 11.
Alright, you hear a branch break underfoot as Techni, your eye springs open as you see a big boot in front of your face.
Shucks.
I just look up. Hey, what's up? Your boot's
Nothing
still
was gonna
dirty.
step on your boot.
Just to create a nicer atmosphere, I go ahead and cast prestidigitation on his boots to clean them up, since we're both awkwardly staring at each other.
He'd look and like move his boot at different angles there. And he'd lift up his other one and do it with the other one.
Okay, I go ahead and do it on the other one, and then I turn away from him and close my eyes.
He's gonna crouch down next to you. He's like, "Don't ever do that again."
That's all you hear.
It's just like starts walking back.
Well, I tried.
Just out of curiosity, what were you going to do to him?
A little magic.
Oh. Didn't realize you were a bit of a practitioner yourself.
No, not really. More conditional. I'm more along the lines of manipulate dreams. You know, that's how I gained my sight.
And he like kind of spreads his eye open, where you can see the redness of the of his pupils.
This is what I call my, well, I usually call my red eye. Able to see through darkness and all that other stuff. Makes life easier.
Mhm.
Kind of like a devil's deal, honestly.
Time goes with the devil. You know, that actually sounds a little fun, but I don't think that's worth it for me.
Well, that's the thing. Well, I need almost like even. How to say this? I need to eat people's dreams. They'll forget it, but you know, who's gonna remember dreams?
I see if I heard him say this, since he did technically wake me up.
He's not. He's not trying to hide it.
I don't do
That's
anything. I just wanted to see if I might have heard it.
an interesting condition that you have.
Yep. All to get better sights.
Huh. Well, if it helps you see, then, you know, whatever. I will say, though, if you try to do that on me, you'll be met with a knife with a throat, for one. For two, I don't dream, so can't help you there.
He just looks. He looks and murmurs something for a second. It's just like, "Eesh, all right, good to know. Good to know."
What was that?
Oh, I said good to know. Good to know.
Right, yeah.
Well, time to do the watch, I guess.
Craven just looks back towards this area. And Grim just keeping standby over here.
Jeez Louise.
What?
You're on high alert. It's high noon.
Oh, that's a natural 20. For
High noon
Craven.
alert.
Alright. You guys.
And another
watch.
natural 20 for Grim.
He has
Ain't
advantage?
nothing get past
Damn.
our paranoia.
Yeah.
He has advantage on perception or smelling?
Perception that relies on
Scent.
hearing.
Oh, hearing. Wow, that's rare.
Yep.
That's usually the birds have that too. I never really see a puppy to have that. Usually it's smell. A puppers. Alright. As nothing happens as you conclude your watch. Getting a nice full rest and replenishing yourselves. As the morning sets in, we will see what we will have in the morning by volley, or maybe you'll have a ration or so. As you begin to embark on your adventure on the second day of your travels across the Isles. In the meantime, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break. As if you needed to go bio, refill your bottled water, or get a snack, aka me, I'm going to get a snack right away. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
How did we know that?
That's the fun part. We don't.
You may be planning our death. Well, my death, maybe.
I mean, he already killed you yesterday.
Don't remind me.
I'm actually so sad that Pride had to die.
I'm like, damn. And then when he killed me, I'm like, damn. He's just like, oh yeah, and you can't be brought back. I'm like, damn.
Tasha, please. use your
Pride is
spell.
just a forgotten memory, and then my Sunday's character. So I made a thing where all the deadly sins I've introduced either have a connection with one of each other if they die. They either vomit profusely or bleed. And yeah, I introduced the Deadly Sin Sloth with Sunday's team. Which is literally just the Sandman, he's just sleeping.
Well, Pride won't be a forgotten memory. Not for a long time, at least.
Oh no, he made sure he left a mark. Either by me being an asshole or me saving the world.
And you did both.
That's what makes a pride. No, yeah, but the whole thing was, if Pride was resurrected or brought back to life, he would technically no longer have the vessel of Pride, but his true self beforehanded, which was the honest reaction of, you do something wrong, he'll try to kill you. And that's why I told Eno, just like, if I resurrect, either prevent from doing it, or if I do come back, kill me on the spot. Because if I sense any sense of malice between anybody, the person who did it will be the target automatically.
Well, it's a good thing you weren't resurrectable, because Elgin for sure would have.
Something it was just like, man, Pride's character deserved that death, and it was bittersweet for me. But that was the death he needed.
Should have healed you and given you 1 temp HP.
That's the thing, I wouldn't know. Would that like bring you back up with a temp HP?
I think so, yeah.
If you did save him, he would be a Horcrux forever. He would still be part of Vecna. I don't know if he wanted to live like that.
No, because if that bastard comes back again, he's the reason.
He does come back at the end. You don't actually kill him. You never kill Vecna, sadly. Vecna just he's undying death. Like if you kill Vecna,
we did
then...
use the Gem of Banishment. There's still a chance he would have gotten out, right? Because
no,
scheming and all that.
you just slain him, but his body just kind of melted. You don't really actually see his body die.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, if it was Pride and they killed him before he used the chime, probably would have been a good time to use Wish.
At the end of the game, he says the next adventures will fight him again in the next few centuries. And he'll come back.
Elgin will definitely still be alive.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
A lot.
This is the 17th time.
It's probably how Elgin will view it. Fighting him for like the 50th time, like, come on. Just give it up already, please.
I'm still gonna be here, and you're still gonna be dying. Just give it up. Put it in retirement. That's it.
I had got the Barbarian. She would kill all of you.
Oh no, yeah. I just wanted to do my kill move against Nifia. I always wanted to just try it. I'm just like, I have everything set. I need to at least do it now. Otherwise, he would have just plain shifted out. He has no reason to fight.
Plane shift though when you're fighting Vecna.
Oh no, I know that, but like in that PvP fight.
Oh yeah, that fight was taking forever. I was like, good God, you
No,
guys
yeah.
are taking this time so long. We only have 2 hours.
I was just like, all right, cool. I guess I'll be the main target because I can easily just end it, but you know, just ruin the concentration. I'm basically as thin as a piece of paper.
Well, you start beef with everybody, so you're gonna die.
Got 2 AoEs? Nah.
It's so funny too, because I was just like, oh yeah, I forgot befuddlement exists. Why the hell did you guys not do that on me?
Kind of
Oh, because I didn't know you were gonna be a target. I was honestly trying to go for Miriam first, because I know she's scary. But then you pulled that stunt, and Eldrin said, nah. We'll get rid of the wizard.
I should have went invisible. At least Miriam would have saw me. Then I just had to deal with her.
If you weren't really fighting, if you just focused one person down, I think you would have killed that one person. And then, or you should have just dominated fucking monster fucking the warrior. in there.
Honestly, yeah. No, I think honestly that would have been a smart idea. Be friends with Eno, and then either dominate person Elgin or Miri. Or dominate person Luna and have Luna heal all the time.
You focus, make him. You make the weakest one fight you at the end when you have to break it.
Fest.
It'd probably be really hard to charm Luna. Advantage plus was high wisdom save.
I think I actually have no. That's another wizard's ability. Yeah, because with the just density at 14th level with Event Horizon, I basically have that ability constantly instead of concentration. But I can still choose to concentrate on another person, giving them immunity to push and pull spells. That's how I was trying to get closer to Eno, but I'm like, fuck, she's too close. I'm getting targeted by you, Eldrin. And I'm just like, screw it, just might as well just do everything, make everyone mad. And see if I could just beg my life with Eno again.
We're all back now. As you guys begin to reassess your situation and making your venture across the island once more. Eating some food, getting some water skins, and packing your sleeping bag into your bag and beginning to head out. As you begin to see across the location on the map called the Whale Spine, a cliff range that looks like the black of a titanic sea creature, rising from the waves. Jagged, white-crusted rock formations stretch along the western coast. The caverns riddled with sea glass, barnacle covered of the bones, and lost relics that dot the cliffside. The wind of the howling distance roars. Some say sleeping dragon turtles, gods, lie beneath the ocean. It's a beautiful sight, nonetheless. As you come across some sea glass, as they're beautiful, you may collect them if you like. As the barnacles and bones are rather whittled deep onto the cliffside, as it would be dangerous to try to obtain, as you would have to dig through, and there's a good chance that the cliffside could faulty and make you fall to great lengths. I don't think they did. I don't know if you guys wanted to go there or not.
I thought that's what we were going to do in the morning.
Oh, my
we were going to
fault.
go check out
Yeah.
the treasure spot.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. I'd also like to pull from my bag. Yes.
Right,
So
your rat disappears in the morning, but you got a new one. Go ahead, Folly.
I pulled giant goat this time.
Techni looks up at it and says, "That is the ugliest looking horse I've ever seen. What is that?"
As the
His
goat
name is
starts,
Bartholomew.
as the goat starts eating some of your clothes.
Goat Solomon.
No, stop. Get off. No, I start mending my own clothes right then. Draco, why do all of your summons hate me?
Maybe because you're a bully.
You know, I think he's
Small.
right.
I'm small. I need to be able to be tough. I don't know what to tell you guys.
If you feed him, he'll let you ride you.
Goats do.
Wait, did I hear that correctly? If you feed him, he'll let you ride, or he'll let him ride you.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Vathi. With the goat.
I'm just like the goat will ride Techny.
I meant the other way
Um,
around, but if he's
No,
into
I
it,
kind of like that. I kind of like that.
it's a large class beast. It's bigger than me.
uh, just for a peace offering, I offer the goat one of my rations, just to see if he'll take it.
It eats anything. It just eats the bag too with it.
No, I try to save my rations. um, all right. I'm gonna stay in front of Vathi at all times when the goat is near me. I'm gonna keep Vathi between me and the goat. So you guys wanted to go into the what you guys wanted to go look for this treasure. So we can carry on with our treasure hunt.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
More
I stand
greed,
there. I stand there and wait to see if anybody objects.
Might I remind
Nobody.
you the last time that we put greed ahead of ourselves?
Yeah, I know where you're going with that, but we do have new party members. We need to get some loot to share around the party. And I
And
will
this,
not be the one that touches a chest this time. Anyway, I refuse it. I'm just saying that right now. I'll probably hang back a little bit with Craven this time too, to be honest.
Well, if everybody knows that your greed will be the death of you, then so be it, and let's go towards the treasure.
You know what, Craven? You remind me of a cousin of mine. He wears green, and he's always walking around with a pot of gold. He's given my race a bad name, man. I don't know what to tell you. Always trying to make deals and steal gold from other people.
Hmm.
Oh, has everybody eaten before we packed up and started walking? I do have rations if anybody needs one.
No, all good. Let's just try not to
I'm
die this
good.
time getting treasure.
Yep, let's go.
So
I-
I pull out the
Treasure.
map. Man. I pull out the map. I start taking the path needed to get us there.
Casting mage armor on myself preemptively.
Same.
You guys take your time and travel towards the X marks the spot. Within 20 minutes of where the location is, you eventually arrive as you see a brutal scene. Something enjoyed its meal as it ate quite aggressively. Unknown to what kind of creature did this, it is an eyesore to some.
Right. So I'll do a perception check to see what I see. Dirty 20.
Yeah, you see a mutilated body of what... Hard to tell what kind of creature it was once. You could go up to it and roll a medicine check if you want to get to the body.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
And I'll search the corpse for anything.
There is no flesh on it. It has been ripped and scorned.
Do you want medicine or survival?
Medicine.
Can I feed the bones to the goat?
Natural
The
20.
goat will not
Yeah.
eat it.
Yeah,
20.
natural 20, nice. This is some good medicine checks, actually.
As you look at it closely, you can tell this was once a direwolf. Whatever did this made sure that everything was ripped off of it. As a creature who does something like this was very particular of ripping everything off. Most animals usually leave some remains behind. There's only bones. As it looks like it had been recently within the last 24 hours.
Hmm.
Something tells me that this wasn't done by any normal animal.
Nope.
Well,
I
I think we could tell from how cleanly carcass is.
Were there bite marks on the bones since you got such a good look at it? Or was it like,
It
does
looks
it
like
look
it
like
was
the
just
flesh
ripped
was
apart.
stripped?
It was stripped,
Mm.
ripped apart.
Hmm.
Can we find any tracks?
Roll me a survival check.
Oh, I thought I got the 8.
while I see others look at the ground, I'm gonna look at like the bushes, the trees. I'm basically looking up.
All right.
Grim's
So-
also taking a look. I kind of look over to him and telepathically tell him to keep an eye out.
Vathi don't see
You
shit.
see trafficking of like wild animals that have came here, but nothing huge tracks. A normal wild beast would never do such a great act of this much damage, especially the point of this array. You do see foot traffics of some wolves. You see traffics of some deer or some other creatures that have made their way here, but nothing of the sort.
Nothing
Guys,
of the
I'm
tracks
kind of
show or
curious.
anything like that.
Vathi
gotta
starts
say,
scanning the
guys.
skies.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking up in the.
Skies.
I don't know about all of you, but I'm kind of curious to see what could do this to this creature. So, what do you guys want to do? We either follow curiosity or we go towards the treasure that we're trying to look for.
You know that corpse is just as big as ours, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna assume that thing is hunting, killing, eating anything that's size larger than us. So if we ignore it, it might find us.
You know, just put another tick up for greed that is going to kill us.
With a smirk, I look up at Val and I say, well, as long as I'm faster than you, I'm good.
Yeah, you're not faster than me. Trust me.
Hopefully we never have to find out. But well, either way, it looks like this was done in like the last day or so. Or we need to keep an eye out. So you guys want to keep heading towards this marked treasure area?
I think that's a good idea. We'll just keep an eye out. Be very vigilant.
Yes.
As you look on the map, turn it around, as the marked area seems to be in this mountain region. As you realize this is a little sad to see, as it's in a mountain, no longer in a dirt area. There's probably vegetation, and slowly over time things have changed upon the island in the last 3 centuries.
So we think we're basically there.
I point this out to the teams, like, so this is what it shows on the map. Obviously this isn't what it is now. It looks like we're roughly close by, but it's going to be a little bit harder since this map is technically outdated.
Do you think it's up the mountain or like in a crevice somewhere?
Based on what I see on the map and what I see in front of us, we might have to go to the mountainside if I'm looking at this right.
Yeah, Vathi makes his way towards this cliffside and starts looking for crevices or anything that would indicate like a cave.
You can see
any kind of ingress.
couple holes inside, but not big enough for a medium creature to fit in. Probably the size of a small creature, but there's a good chance it could get stuck. As Brilla, with your eyes, you begin to notice an unmarked grave.
The others. Nothing.
I assume that
Down-
was he
down
trying
there.
to tell us what you saw.
Yeah, unmarked grave, something like that.
I'm gonna slowly start approaching it. And do I like notice like how freshly this was dug, or like can I like roll, do you want me to roll
You can
survival
roll
or something?
me. You can roll a survival check, yeah. You have no idea.
What is it with the 8s? Damn, I have a +6 to survival.
Yeah, those are bad rolls.
Looks like it's been here for a while. The ground is damp and dry, and from all the seasons of weather. Whatever this grave once was, likely was left here.
But did you find something?
Just a mark like a makeshift grave.
You're done it.
Anyone have a shovel?
No, you can't say that I have.
Does this unmarked grave look like it's been disturbed in any way? Is it recent, old?
Grim, dear, you wanna try and dig up this grave? As a Grim
Are
will
you
start
grave robbing?
digging.
Yes, obviously. Treasure is treasure. Dead don't need it.
I I'm going to back up.
Like, yep, you're right.
I'm not necessarily trying to steal from it. I'm just trying to learn from it.
Grim is already digging.
All right.
The
Hey,
last
I don't
time,
know about him. I think he's on a different objective.
the last time I stood next to a chest, it almost drowned me. So I'm just keeping my distance if something happens.
Don't even know if there's anything in there.
I was literally in water that was like 5 times my height. So
Damn it.
Not gonna drown in the middle of the forest.
Or so you say.
see, I wish I could say that, but I also know that there's a hag back at the village that has a doll apparently connected to me in some way. So I'll take my chances to be safe.
You know, one of my uncles knew a guy that drowned in a 1-foot puddle. Granted, the guy was probably face was forced into the puddle, but he drowned in it nonetheless.
So after a good time, the pupper eventually digs its way through. It sees kind of like a corpse, of the skull half buried in the dirt. If someone died here, it looks like they don't have anything on them.
It's just the skull.
Skull and a couple bits of their bones scattered.
Do I see anything out of the ordinary of the bones, or they just look like they've been just ravaged through?
It looks like the body was left here. You can roll investigation check if you want. You would have to go into
Sure, why not?
It's about 5 feet deep.
Boop.
Boop. Alright. So go inside. Assuming
Oh,
you're
natural
you're
20.
going into a Serena? Or no? Alright.
Yep.
As you begin to tell by the bones, it was quickly. It seems like this body was. From the struggle of the scar markings, it looks like it was attacked. And it looks like it was just dropped in a hole and left there. As you can tell, the person's kind of formations and how they are posed, they were bleeding out. They were struggling.
Buried alive.
Those are defensive wounds. Huh. This poor sip.
Are you two okay down there? Anything of notice?
Only that this person here seems to have just bled to death. Slowly, probably.
You begin to hear a noise as you all start to freak out.
At this point, Craven will hop out the grave. Alright, well,
What? That ain't good.
I like your roll initiative.
seems... There we go.
Oh,
As something begins to materialize of the bones, the spirit unrested as the creature forms itself.
guys, it's another spirit.
Now, do I use my bullets on this?
So you see a wraith.
Okay,
Oh.
maybe so. Maybe I might need it.
I rolled a 10. I don't know why it rolled with advantage. Sorry.
So you hear, "You will all die for leaving me here to die. I will get my revenge and my treasure."
Forgot this thing does not do initiatives correctly.
Natural 20.
Everybody in? Let's do this.
Yep.
Gorilla, we start with you.
Is gonna charge in, screaming. Wants to defend their friend. Scimitar attacks.
8 misses. Natural 20 hits. As you slice into it, you notice it doesn't really do very much damage. It takes half your damage. Anything else?
Oh, but that critical is nice.
Draco.
I'm dead.
I actually rolled a 10. I accidentally rolled with advantage. I'm a 10, not a 20. Hello?
Yep, I hear you. What's up?
Oh, okay. I thought I was muted, my bad. I actually rolled a 10. I don't know why it rolled me with advantage. It was an accident.
Okay, I'll move you down the line.
My bad.
Serena.
I am going to use my Channel Divinity Divine Spark. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
It is a DC. Let me find out.
Fails.
DC 14. And then it will take. Sorry, I haven't played a cleric since they updated them. Six plus.
What's the which one are you doing?
I'm doing the Divine Spark, so it's going to take.
Oh, Divine Spark.
Oh, nope. So it's going to take 10 damage total.
Okay.
Radiant damage specifically.
Alright. What do you want to do in your bonus action?
I'm seeing if I have anything to do. I'm just gonna call that my.
Alright. The Wraith did not like getting attacked, but Marilla, his hands glow a hueish green and purplish as it begins to try to drain your life force. 16 to hit. What's your AC, Marilla? Are you there? Oh, okay. Alright. You evaded, almost watching your life force be drained. Right, Val?
I will take aim. Now, expensive bullet or cheap bullet? Expensive. But first I will get a bonus action to gain a Moxie point. That's 20.
Alright, shoot it.
12 piercing.
Takes half as much
As you
damage.
hear, a giant loud. This one's 1,000 feet.
Alright, you watch a bunch of birds flock out of the forest, scared of the wits.
That's one, which unfortunately is not magical. Then sets level 5.
Raven just kind of looks back at Val, thinking, oh, why is he trying to draw more attention towards us? Looks at Grim and telepathically tells her to disengage from this battle. Boop. She'll just disengage. Kind of looks back at the wraith, sighs. Well, I guess this is what my greed gets, I guess. Let this be a lesson to you all. Greed really does kill. As I will cast True Strike and hit him with a dagger. Oof, that ain't gonna hit.
That's a miss. Draco.
Testing. Okay.
Sorry. Draco's just gonna cast Mind Sliver on it.
Intelligence save?
Yeah, DC 14.
Succeeds.
Oh.
Anything else you want to do?
I will. Is it a bonus action to command my ram to do something, or is that my action as well?
It's its own creature, so I have to get it up for you. Giant goat. Give me a second.
Yeah.
They actually look better in the new rules. They don't look so dumb.
Nope.
It's cute. It was never rolled in initiative, so I didn't know you wanted to fight with it or not.
I assumed he just went on my initiative. My
No.
bad.
No, he's his own initiative.
I could leave him out of this fight.
I'll put him in there for next time, so he's in the initiative order if you want to use him. So now you have rights to use him. It'll be under the summons, which I'm going to give you. But yeah. That's why I wanted you just to use the summons, because I have to give everybody rights for every.
Okay, I got you.
It's tedious. Alright, anything else you want to do?
No, that's it. I'll end it.
Alright. Technique.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and use one of my free slots for Hunter's Mark as a bonus action.
Okay.
Alright. And then after that, I will attack with my scimitar.
12 is a miss.
I'll take my chances with a opportunity attack, and I'm gonna get a little bit further away.
Okay. So you start to run away as it tries to attack you. 10 misses.
Right.
I'm so glad this thing's missing. This thing can kill you all. This thing is scary. The updated version is super scary. It's a one-shot character. It's just like a one-shot for most of you guys.
I will. I'll end my turn there. That way I can keep an eye on the team.
Alright, Wally.
Vathi looks at the creature and he says, "Now then, you be seen, you be outmatched, and we weren't the ones who done this to you. But if you tell us your tale, maybe we can be getting revenge on your behalf."
He looks at you. You will all die for desecrating my grave.
All right, if that's the case. Then I guess I'm just going to attack it with my chef's cleaver. I tried. Ooh, I miss. That's my turn.
All right, Brilla.
Hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna slide underneath 8th. At this side, no.
You keep breaking up.
It's
Oh wow, this is a brand new mic.
I don't know. Maybe it's the software. 15's a hit. Shing. For 3 damage. And another one for 2 damage. Shing.
Get a new.
Or maybe you're not holding down the key for your push to talk, or your open mic. If you're on open mic, you would have to check the settings.
But
Yeah, check the sensitivity.
Yeah. All right, Serena.
Alrighty. I'm just gonna swing at it with my Morning Star this round.
18's a hit. For 2 damage.
I don't know why I rolled a firebolt. That wasn't supposed to happen.
All right, it's gonna pick a target. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. See who's gonna hit me. It's going for Serena, as its hands trying to siphon your life out.
action.
16.
It's a miss.
Yeah.
A disadvantage.
All right, I'll roll a d20. 17. It gets
Yeah.
advantage on saving throws.
Right. Am I gonna use it now? Screw it. I'll do it. I'm gonna use bullet time solve for the timing for the next minute. Oh wait, no, until the start of my next turn. Never mind. I have advantage on all ability checks as a bonus action. So the shot comes out at advantage. Second shot, 15.
So you fire a shot, it hits its face. Roll damage.
Hit for 8.
It's bloodied.
Bonus action already used.
Alright. Craven.
Yeah.
And you just see smoke every time he shoots it. It's like smoke coming out. He's like putting bullets in it.
Yeah, Craven's not happy with that. I was gonna do protection of evil and good, but I think I'm just going to try and kill it. True strike. 13.
That's a hit.
Oh, thank God. For 8 points of radiant damage.
As it doesn't like the radiant damaging, noticing even as you heard it for full damage. Its intentions are fully on you, Craven.
Oh, great. That's fine.
Go. Giant, go.
Okay. Giant Goat is going to charge. He moves at least 20 feet towards the target. It's an extra 2d4 with a +5 to hit. Let's get.
I have to move it there first.
Oh, yeah. Range. Yeah, that's 30 feet. Plenty of movement. He's gonna charge at him right over there. And I'm gonna roll a d20 +5.
No, you just roll it out of the sheet. If you have the sheet open, it'll self auto attack with the attack.
I don't have the sheet open for the
You-
goat.
Oh, it's under summon wild shapes. I gave you all the ones you summoned.
Okay, I got it.
There we go. That's a hit. Roll damage. The roll damage is you just click the ram attack in the chat.
Got you.
Alright. Large or small? Immediately. Alright, you do an extra damage as you smash it. It can't go prone since it's a ghost, but you do smack it for some really good damage, because it takes half as much damage, but it still gets hit.
Go goat.
At the end of it, well, finish your turn.
Yeah, that'll be it for the goat.
At the end of his turn, I will actually use a special reaction to use 2 Moxie points to give myself 2d8. No, 2d6 temp HP.
Okay.
That's it on my side.
Draco.
Okay. Yeah, Draco is going to activate his innate sorcery and go for a sorcerer's burst.
Okay.
Alright, take this guy out.
10's a miss. Yeah,
Double
that-
tens.
That was, yeah, it was rough. My dice's rolls, even with advantage, sucks.
He's gonna pretend like he was just cheering on his goat some more and end his turn.
Was I supposed to do something? Alright, technique.
Since I'm at a safe distance, I'm going to see if I can attack with my short bow.
Okay. 18's a hit as you fire an arrow.
And damage
Alright.
6, and I think that also adds
As
the
your,
hunter's
as
mark.
your vex kicks in for next round, you have advantage for your next attack.
Okay. Alright, and other than that, that will end my turn.
Just roll your d6 for your. You have to roll the d6 for your.
D6.
You notice the force damage from the. It does full damage, but they didn't really do as much as volley. Or volley, sorry.
Vathi.
Vathi, I don't know what the hell I'm talking. I'm thinking volley bear from like fucking League or something. Oh, God.
All right. I'm going to use a luck point here to get advantage because I at least want to hit the guy once, you know?
I know.
Probably not going to help, but whatever.
That's a hit. 24
Yay.
for 4
Yeah,
slashing.
A little bit of damage. And you said he's immune to prone, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a ghost. Can't really be prone.
Yeah. All right. That's my turn. I don't have any bonus action.
Brilla. Misses. So you swing again. Half damage. Serena.
Kill it.
All right, I'm gonna drop out of the grave and climb out. I'll take the attack of opportunity.
13.
It's a miss.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna shoot it in the face with a little bit of firebolt.
11 misses.
Of course.
Do you want to pose a disadvantage, Brilla, I'm guessing, with your reaction? Okay. As you try to block in, see what happens. 15 on Craven.
15 misses.
Wow.
You guys all have high AC. This is nice.
Yeah, they've known in monitoring all my games and the stat array I give them. They know. Especially with the Wraith. The Wraiths now, if I click on the life drain, look at what they do. It's permanent. It's perfect. There's no save. It just hits you and you lose your HP. That's how strong they
That
are
would
now.
have
It
killed
kills you.
me.
It would kill you. Yeah, it just kills you. And if
Yeah.
you die, you become a spectral in 1 minute and you attack the party. Yeah, so that's why I'm glad this thing hasn't hit you yet. This thing would kill you. Alright, Val.
Well, let's see if I can steal the kill.
No more advantage, unfortunately.
Welcome to D&D.
Oh,
It's
13
one monster versus 7 players.
13 hits.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Remind.
4.
Alright, it's almost dead.
I'm gonna use a bonus action to gain another Moxie point. That's it.
Alright, Craven.
shooter.
Oh, that's not what I want to pull up. I want to pull up Craven's sheet. I could just guarantee finish it off with Magic Missile, but I want to try and stab it again.
Good.
Alright, you stab it again. How do you want to do this?
I think when it tries to lunge at me with the attack, Craven kind of sidesteps it and brings his knife up, glowing with this radiant energy, and he kind of stabs it up through the chin up his head. Just kind of leaves it in there for a while. And then when he feels like it's like a good amount of time it's been stuck in there, he'll slash it out again.
And the creature just withers away as it vanquishes. Its spirits now put the rest.
Yeah. And look, this is a prime example of what greed does. It kills.
Vathi looks back at the carcass that we passed earlier, and puts the gunshots that have been ringing out, and says, "We probably shouldn't be hanging out too long around here."
No. Absolutely no.
3 bullets down.
I agree, and I'm gonna do a quick look around with where we're at, and hopefully feel like we're safe. Guys, we should gather ourselves and get back on track with what we were doing.
So that more greed could kill us? Sounds like a fantastic idea.
It's either we keep moving or we find a good spot to protect ourselves until it feels like it's good to move on.
Yeah, no, Vathi just wants to go at this point.
Yeah, I vote on move on.
Craven's
Seems like
already
there's
walking.
no treasure.
Is everybody okay? Anybody hurt?
I don't think anybody took damage because we would have died.
Got lucky.
Yeah, all in
For
all,
now.
it was pretty easy.
This adventuring's very easy. Let's go.
You guys continue onwards, traveling across the rest of the land. You see forth no treasure at hand, as you kind of knew this map would likely be too dated and likely full of danger and threat.
Definitely not worth 2 gold.
Vathi's gonna have a talking with Olga when he gets back.
She did tell you it was old. She wasn't expecting. Alright. As you guys eventually make a round, kind of time flies on. As you guys can roll a D100 for a magical item, or survive a check, or a magical herb along your travels for the second day commencing. Serena and Vorthi and Val, you do mention. As Serena, you don't find any magical herbs, but you do come across more interesting wild berries along your travels. You come across some raspberries. You can roll a d20 to see how many you've obtained. You find 10. As Volley, you do find a magical herb along your travels. You can roll a d6 to see what you find. As well, you can roll a nature check as well. You have
No idea what it is.
What it is, correct. But someone else that was potentially collecting herbs, Serena, you can help him with your own nature check if you see fit.
Pothy's not the smartest in the box. Ooh, nice roll.
You know what it is. I will give you the context through a private message. As for Val, you got a rep. You can roll a 2d8.
Close. I'm gonna have the same thing
You
again.
almost got the same thing again. It's funny. You'd be like, it's useless.
What do you mean useless? Pretty good. Anything you find always has a use.
What the hell's talking to me?
Yeah, who the fuck? I thought we killed that spirit.
Smites you. Alright. You got a 9? Okay. Oh, that's a weird ass item. Okay. Give me a nature check for that one.
Hey.
Alright,
Huh.
you know what your thing is. Keep it to yourself or whatever, but I'll send it through private message. If you want to roleplay it out, you're welcome to, Serena, what it is. Or you can just tell him briefly, whatever. But I did put it in the Discord chat for that one.
I can use this.
Vossi there. I'm like, you found some lemons, right? The repellent lemons.
Ooh, repellent. Never heard of them, but they sound delicious.
Oh, trust me, you don't want to eat those. Those are really like, they're used to ward off animals. Actually, they're so like vile and like sour and ridiculous.
Sour could be an excellent flavor. I'm sure I have some things I could prepare it with. He starts to think of ideas of how he could turn this sour lemon into something delicious.
I start searching through all of my medicines and herbs and things. It was like, how am I going to heal him if he does this stupid shit? In my head, obviously.
Pothy is an expert. You don't have to worry about Pothy.
Hey, Vossi, how about a beer or a mead?
Yes. He starts to stroke his chin in thought.
For Val, you see him have like a white silk rope to the side of him, almost like a lasso now.
Val, what's that? Where'd you get that?
Oh, I found it on a bush.
If you don't want it, I'll take it.
Must have been a big bush.
Finders keepers. You can see that easily. It's 60-foot rope.
It's silk, right? That's the more adorable one.
Yeah.
All right.
on the lot of you. Those are some excellent finds there. So, are we continuing with greed, or are we going to where we are supposed to go?
I think we should get back on track because that was more than enough for me.
Yeah, no, I would. Vathi would agree. I think we should make it to the town. There will be opportunities there to find wealth, I'm sure.
It's probably the first great idea I've heard from this group. Alright.
And Techni likes the idea of a sour mead when it wants to try it out. So, looking for that opportunity.
Just needs to find some honey. Keep a lookout for some hives.
We'll conclude this session call from the deep. Continue onwards next week for another epic adventure.